And I personally don't think we realize how big of a deal it is because your body is changing so much. It's like, you guys, like, hold on. So for women, your body changes during puberty, and then I feel like your body changes again during your pregnancy, and then it changes again during menopause. That's kind of insane. Hey guys, feel free to subscribe and follow, and don't forget to share. Don't forget to share, please. All right, guys, enjoy the show. During the summertime, what I want to do is actually want to kind of um, not step away, wrong words. I want to actually do only one live stream a month for the next 2 months. So when is it? Yeah, July and August, and it's just gonna be a Q&A. Of course, I have topics, always have topics to talk about, but nothing really particular um until September. All right, so just a heads up on that. So the next live stream, and that's one of the reasons why I have so many topics to talk about today. The next live stream won't be until July 22nd. You know, we're gonna talk about summer workouts, talking about summer meals, good things to have, healthy, stuff like that. And I don't know if you guys been noticing, but Fridays I've been putting actually alcoholic drinks, low calorie ones in the chat, so you guys can see on in the post, or what's it called, the timeline, whatever it's called. Anyway, that's kind of, we're all human. And real quick before I get into the topics of stuff, I mean, something that someone told me, she works with a trainer, and she was telling me that she loves a trainer, she loves how he is and everything's fantastic, but he's one of those that say you have to eat clean, you have all the time, you have to no processed food at all, no this, no that. Like, he's just, don't get me wrong, he's an older guy, and he's not anything brolic or huge, but he's in good shape for his age. But she was telling me, it's like, realistically, that's kind of impossible. Not impossible, but it's difficult. People that are starting out or whatever don't want to hear that. Gradual changes here and there or whatever. But this guy, he's just saying, hey, you gotta do this thing. Gotta go all the way home. Gotta go all the way. Go hard to go home. Hey, Cam. Yeah. So I just want to talk about that real quick and say that. But anyway, so we're gonna go first talk about body positivity, and we'll kind of do everything's kind of not fast, but kind of fast. So it's I want to keep it in an hour, but I'll check for questions, of course. I want to keep everything in about an hour, for about an hour. This whole thing for about an hour, as much as I possibly can. Okay, but like I said, there's 5 different topics to talk about. But this gonna be first two. I mean, body positivity, and next we're gonna talk about emotional eating, then menopause, and the other ones. Okay, but I think we're gonna be able to get through everything. I think we'll be fine. Okay, but first let's talk about body positivity. We have to be realistic about certain things, where this stuff comes from. I have a ton of notes to say about this, but I feel like most of the times, I think this is more when it comes to body positivity and how we feel about our bodies, is just pretty much how the outside influence us. We have to be realistic, and we have to be honest that it's mostly society or other people that's close to us that actually influence how we feel about ourselves. I always remember something that one of my managers told me, is that doesn't matter what kind of mood you are in or whatever. I was at work, for work. He said, always say hi to somebody, whatever. You never know what kind of mood they're in. And it's true, to the point when I kind of can relate to body positivity. Someone can say something to you, either good or bad, and that can change your outcome majority of the times. Or let's face the facts. When we look at social media, we look at the movies, we look at there's certain different kind of things, places, and look at different people. I'm supposed to look like that, and I feel like it starts at an early age. We're programmed to, we have to look a certain way. especially, I mean, it's meant to, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't matter about them right now. It's about you guys, and especially women. You're supposed to look a certain way. The hourglass look, or the you know have to have this, supposed to be this size, that's supposed to be this size, all these different kind of things. It's not cool. It's really not cool. So I just feel like, when it comes to body positivity, you really just have to learn to get rid of the outside distractions or the outside influences, and focusing on how you feel about yourself, and improving it, like literally improving your relationship with yourself. The idea of self-love, self-care, self-love, being kind to yourself, and just forgiving yourself for your own imperfections, according to society, what your imperfections are. Okay, because majority of times, you know, all these standards that people have are unrealistic. I mean, we spoke about how most of these fitness influencers, they look a certain way, and oh, we have to, that's what we're supposed to look like. We're supposed to look like, quote unquote, Greek gods, god or goddesses. That's not true, and that's not realistic. Okay, that's also unhealthy. Okay, and there's like I found out or realized now, well, for some time now, but there's three um ways to kind of be unhealthy on a physical side. Time we see it is either you're extremely skinny, anorexic, even extremely overweight, but we don't look at like extremely muscular, and low body fat, and all those kind of things. Or your veins supposed to be showing, your chest and your abs supposed to be a certain way. There's a reason why these bodybuilders, they look a certain way, and then they regress. Okay, they look a certain way, then they regress. Your body needs certain things in it for it to maintain a certain look. I mean, for it to be healthy, I should say. And all that extra stuff is just unhealthy. So we have unrealistic expectations when it comes to how we should look. And I think that's what really hurts us. By incorporating all these different, I mean, ideas in our heads about it, and it's not good. It's not healthy. You know, you have to look. You have to consider. You know, other factors in certain things. If you're extremely skinny, low body fat, that's a problem. Okay, that is a problem. It's extremely low fat, low body fat, or extremely low fat diet. Whatever it is, fat is good for you, but people, don't see it like that. Fat is bad. Fat is evil, or whatever. But if you don't have enough fat, you have energy problems, energy metabolism problems, and you have issues with your hormones, and issues, reproductions, and low libidos, and all this kind of stuff can happen. And that is well documented. These people that stay on these extremely low calories or low carb diets or whatever to look a certain way, to get ready for a photo shoot, if they stay in that period for a long period of stay in that state for a long period of time, those things will happen to them. You know, hormone issues, low testosterone, low libido, menstrual cycle issues, those kind of things. Okay, so it's good to have, healthier habits, focus more on wellness, don't focus more on weight loss, incorporate balanced nutrition, regular exercise, positive talk. I mean, there's different, like, what would it be? There's different apps and stuff like that that can help you, offer you different affirmations, positive statements about your body and stuff like that. There's definitely stuff like that you could do, or just repeating the same one over and over again if that's necessary. But it's just always in your face, that negative, or not negative, but like how you're supposed to look. I mean, I know, was it Marilyn Monroe back in, was it 60s, 70s? No, not 70s, maybe 60s or 50s. I don't really know. And all these different kind of things. Time went on. There's always somebody like an influencer in a sense, or an icon, or whatever, I don't know, some celebrity you're supposed to look like. All these magazines. That's when I have a problem with all these magazines, these what you call it, Cosmos or Glamour or whatever. They're saying you're supposed to look like this. What makes the world amazing, because everyone comes in different shapes and sizes. And that's what people need to realize. Okay, that's what people need to realize. So you need to get yourself away from all that negative thinking when it comes to how you look, and just focus on how you feel. Getting your blood, your blood work done, looking at those factors, like overall, am I healthy? And stop following these stereotypes of having, um, you have to look a certain way, a certain size. And what the hell is 00? What is that? Like, if you go to the store, I mean, men don't have that, but women have it. I'm size 00. What is that? That makes no sense. Okay, fine, I guess 0, but what doubles? Like, I don't understand it. But whatever. But yeah, I just want you to make sure you guys realize that, and it's just getting away from. It starts very way early for girls. Yes, Kim, it does. Yeah, extra small. 00 is marketing. Okay, I mean, I just it just bothered me. I mean, it's scary to think that these people. I mean, I don't know if they realize it. I mean, that's another thing too. Is like, I feel, I might be wrong, but I feel it's like women are behind this, but women are just kind of like contributing. These women in their on these magazines, of course, maybe some men too, but they're contributing to these thoughts, these feelings of these insecurities. They're causing that to happen, and it's like they must have been younger and be feel that some type of way at one point in their lives when they're young in high school or something, but then they're going to kind of replicate that over and over again in these magazines. You're supposed to look like this, you're supposed to look like, no, don't do that. Stop doing that. It's really not cool. It's not good. And that's why I feel like a lot of depression happens with women, or a lot of women, I should say, I guess, hiding their bodies and just feel so insecure about themselves. And I know some people that do it when they're up until they're in their 60s. So for instance, what is it? Yeah, so a client that I know, I used to train her a long time ago. She's in her late 60s now. And I noticed there's something about her, and actually another one too, actually, another client of mine. Very critical of, yes, herself, like how she is, but then also critical of everybody else. That's how I can tell tell a lot by somebody, if by their looks, how they the size and everything, maybe how they dress too, but they're very critical about themselves and how other people are, they put on weight, and it's not probably not much, but they notice the change and stuff like that, and they have to say it. They have to say it out loud. They have to, like, I guess, to make themselves, I don't know. And I know from knowing these people very well, it started because of one, actually, the father would say, fat, you look fat, and she wasn't fat, and say all these things, and it's both females, and it's like Kim said, it starts very, very young. And then that carries on with you years and years and years. You're critical of yourself. And because you're critical of yourself, you don't eat enough. Well, I can't have that. And that's what people say. Usually stereotypically females eat like rabbits kind of thing. They pick at things or whatever, but don't really eat that much because they're worried about gaining too much weight and, whatever else. So these are those things that I feel like, we have to step away from, and have to look at the person who's being critical of yourself, critical of you, or if you're just looking at a magazine or whatever. We have to step away from that, and put or put that person, whoever it is, in their place. Doesn't matter if it's a spouse, doesn't matter if it's a brother, doesn't matter if it's a sister. Tell them, you know what, you worry about yourself. And most of the time it's like they're insecure themselves. Most of the time they're insecure about themselves. And it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, man. Yeah, so like I said, let me see if anyone has anything else to say. Good question. Well, should we pay attention to BMI? No, absolutely not. Do not pay attention to BMI. Do not ever pay attention to BMI. I mean, I guess the only time you should pay attention to BMI is if you do not work out, you do not exercise at all whatsoever. BMI only checks your weight, height, and it spits out a number. It doesn't consider muscle mass. It doesn't consider bone density at all. Don't pay attention to that. So if you work out on a regular basis, Do not pay attention to that. Okay, have all the numbers. Get your body fat checked. That's fine. Get your blood work done, of course. Those kind of things. That's perfectly fine. But do not worry about BMI. If you're sitting behind a desk, not doing anything, not lifting a weight in your life, fine. Yes, that is fine. But no, everyone here, I believe, that's listening to this works out to a certain extent on a regular basis. So don't worry about that. And Kim said even the women in the magazine don't look like that because the photos. Yes, almost forgot. You got it, Kim. Photoshop. I'm telling you, Photoshop is an amazing thing. And I think in which country is it? France? No, not French. France. They actually you're supposed to put if this photo is doctored. I think it's France. Somewhere in Europe. Like you have to do that. I think, and I really wish that America would do that too. Have it, okay, little disclaimer on the picture saying, oh, this picture was documented, this was Photoshop or whatever, because it's like, it's incredible. I mean, it's one thing, the person looks very sculpted, the woman looks very sculpted, very developed muscles, but then there's definitely imperfections, maybe acne or something like that. If they're on steroids or something like that, it's probably something they have to filter out or touch up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is, just don't pay attention to all that crap. It's just don't. You're just gonna end up being very critical of yourself, being depressed with yourself. I mean, sometimes it could be motivating when you see somebody that looks a certain way or has accomplished you something that looks whatever. But just leave it to that. Use it for motivation, not for shaming yourself. Maybe this person's this age, why do I look like this, and I'm younger than them or same age as them or whatever. Comparison is a thief of joy. Okay, remember that. Comparison is a thief of joy. All right. Alrighty, guys. So I want to move on to the next one. Because I think, because a couple people said in a poll was saying that they want to talk about this more than anything, and that's emotional eating. So emotional eating is to me something that people usually believe that is just, oh, I'm depressed, I broke up with my girlfriend, broke up with my boyfriend, I broke up, whatever, something bad happened, so let me eat. But that's not the case. It could be something that's happy. Oh, graduations just happened, let's have a big old piece of cake. Those kind of things, that emotional eating can hurt us. And then of course we eat that food and then we feel some type of way. What did I do? And then you shame yourself for doing that kind of thing, and then you might end up going back to eat more or what have you. So just understand the difference though. Okay, when you're actually legitimate hungry, it will gradually come on. When you get hungry like that, that's emotional. Okay, then also remember, like, you're watching something, that's something else you have to consider too. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't call that emotional eating though. I just think it's that you're boredom. So I guess that's kind of like, boredom, be emotional eating as well, I guess. Sometimes it's not even just bored. You're just used to the pattern, I should say. Like you're eating, like you're at the movies, you have your hands got to do something. So it's gonna get some like popcorn and eat a popcorn or something like that. But it's very, very, I feel like we all do it. Some more extreme than other people, but I think we all do it when it comes to emotional eating. Me personally, I mean, is it sadness? No. There's usually something that probably triggers like something that affects you. Maybe sad. No, I don't want to say sadness. Depression. No. I don't know. I don't think I have to really like, and that's another thing too. If you feel like you have it, document it. Document your like when you eat. If you feel like you want to check and see, okay, I'm eating my normal meal. I'm supposed to eat this meal. Okay, check or whatever. But then you find yourself eating again, and it's like for no reason. Document. It's good to journal these kind of things to kind of understand what your trigger points are. Is it stress from work or personal life, feelings of boredom, like we talked about, loneliness, sadness, major events of change, those kind of things. You have to document it to kind of see, okay, why am I, eating when realistically I'm not happy? Okay, and like I said, hunger can come when should come short. Like, yeah, sorry, hunger is gradually grow. I mean, emotional eating, that's like that. Okay, what else would I say? So we also have to like understand, journaling is definitely important, like I said, but we just have to, like I said, figure out how to avoid it and strategy. So if it's like anger, if it's sadness or whatever, or loneliness, I mean, trying to just go outside or trying to just keep your mind occupied, could definitely help. Reading a book, and like maybe more mindful eating. If you're gonna eat something, have healthy alternatives to cope with things. I mean, or you could just, instead of like healthy alternative, like food wise, you can also do like more like I said, exercise, going outside, reading a book, talking to a friend about everything. Because sometimes even if you talking to a therapist maybe, but sometimes if you actually get everything out, you can actually, feel much better. You just want to get everything out. You don't want to, you don't want to eat anything really. Like I said, it's just emotional stuff. So you just want to get it all out. I'm a big advocate of therapy, talking to somebody, just getting everything out. Okay. But it's definitely important to like really try to recognize it and correct it the best you can. Okay, and make slow changes to find those trigger points, whatever the trigger points or trigger point or whatever, and just kind of control it. All right. Let me see if there's anybody that said, oh my God, I'm missing a lot. Let me see. I do it when I'm bored. Okay. And stress. Scale victory can trigger me. Okay. So happiness kind of like, yeah, okay, I got you. Like I have room for a piece of cake now. I'll get you. Yeah, I got it. Me too. Time for cookie. I'm okay. Whoops. 4 cookies later. Yep. I see a food psychologist. It has helped. Yes, food psychologist. And I keep on saying I have to get that guy and do an interview of him, because I don't think a lot of people realize that there is something called a food therapist, like psychiatrist. Yeah, psychiatrist. And I feel like people need to realize that. So I need to like get on that. So hopefully educate a lot more people when it comes to knowing the options when it comes to certain things. All right. Okay. And also too is hunger. All right. So you can feel hungry, like legitimate hungry. You can have the hunger from emotional eating. You want to eat something because it's emotional, but then you can also be thirsty. Okay. Sometimes you can actually be just thirsty and you get that hunger feeling. Okay. Let me get some water. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, but just understand that's why you have to really just pay attention to your body and really be able to understand what's going on. Okay, so I mean there's a lot of things you can do, like I said, food psychologist, just counseling, therapy in general, a nutrition coach, and just like creating an environment for yourself, like a healthy environment, like keeping those bad foods out of your house. Okay, remember when you go grocery shop, you should probably stay on the outside of the grocery store. All right, not where the cookies and cakes are. Do your best. I mean, if you don't have it in the house, you're less likely to go get up and actually go get whatever it is. And also something too, and actually Kim shared this with me, and it was very, very, very good. um what I realized something too is like, I mean, it makes sense. So if you're hungry, you're gonna eat anything anything you see, if you're legitimate hungry. But if you're more for emotion, you're gonna eat, and this is so true. You're gonna eat some particular thing. It's not like something like, if I'm hungry, whatever you put in front of me, I'm gonna eat, like legitimate hungry. But like I said, if you're emotional eating, you're gonna, oh, I want something sweet, I want something this. And this one, it was very, very, very interesting. It's saying men and women are different. So a man will go for more like the pizza, the steak, and casseroles. A woman is more for the chocolate and the cookies, the sweet, that sweet stuff, ice cream and whatever. I mean, everyone goes for ice cream, I should say, but according to this article that Kim shared with me, and it's right. It's women will go for chocolate, the cookies when they're stressed, or having an emotional eating episode. Men more for pizza and steak. I don't know what is I mean, I like the sweet stuff though. No, but I don't know. I just don't. I have to journal it. I have to journal. I'm a journalist when I feel like I'm stressed, or I feel like I'm feeling an emotion and I'm eating because of that emotion. I have to journal it. I want to see, because I want to know what my triggers are. I really want to know. That'll be very, very interesting for myself, for my growth as a person. I really want to know why that happens. For me, for myself, like I said. So try it yourself and see what happens. But like I said, just be careful when it comes to it. You know, the comfort food is amazing. Most of the time, like I said, it's mostly for a negative feeling or whatever, but it can also be a good feeling. So let's, you know, I want to maintain my good moods. So let me just eat this food. Or I want to go from this negative mood to this positive mood. So let me just eat this ice cream. You know, so I figured that was something we definitely had to discuss. And thanks, Kim, for that information. That was really awesome. Wait a minute. I do both. Laugh mass cookies, chips, back to cookies. I keep the treats in my car. Oh, you do? Be careful, though. It's not winter. It's summertime. So be careful with that heat. I mean, if you do that, just definitely be careful. You know. So yeah. Let me see. Let's move on to the next thing. So when I go, I mean, I feel like where we at now? It's 6:30. Okay. So let's kind of shift back to. I'm gonna hit these other ones like really a little bit faster. Okay. So we kind of do more Q&A, and it's just briefly gonna hit on. I mean, menopause. I mean, it's definitely a serious topic. Don't get me wrong, but I just want to hit on it a little bit. Because I just want people to understand something. Your body's just going through a tremendous change, and I personally don't think we realize how big of a deal it is because your body is changing so much. It's like you guys like hold on. So for women, your body changes during puberty, and then I feel like your body changes again during your pregnancy, and then it changes again during menopause. That's kind of insane. You know, if you really think about it, you know, men's bodies just change once. I mean, might lose testosterone, whatever. It's not gone completely, and there's ways to prevent it. But that's pretty much it. Men's or boys or whatever changes once from puberty. That's it. But women, they change during puberty, when they give birth, and menopause. You know, so I just feel, and this usually happens between 45 and 55. It varies though, but you know, the night sweats, you know, the heat, the sleep disturbances, all these different kind of things, mood swings, anxiety, depression, all these, you know, the weight gain, skin changes, all these different kind of hair thinning, all these different kind of things. But I just feel, in my opinion, I think of all the times, this is when you need to have a balanced diet. I think you should have a well-rounded diet, having it's like extremely this balance, carbs, fats, especially fats, and protein. Well, especially all of them. Don't go low carb. Don't do none of that crap. You know, you need everything. I think because your body's changing and your body needs energy. And if you're doing a low carb diet, you're not gonna have energy to do what it's doing. So I just feel like if you have a well balanced diet, because it's just going through so much stress, your body's changing and it's going through a lot of stress. It's changing. So I feel like if you can kind of do everything to make it stabilize the best that you can, I just personally think that'll help. And of course, exercise or what have you, strength training, building more muscle, those kind of things will help, of course. But I just think that if you can just don't focus on losing weight, don't focus on definitely not gaining weight, but just don't focus on anything like that. Just focus on balance, stability. Just focus on that when you're going through menopause. When you realize doctor says, yep, you're going through menopause. Okay, I'm gonna eat a well-rounded diet, balanced carbs, balanced fats, balanced protein, especially protein. I'm gonna exercise a little bit more, try to build some muscle. Not really focus so much on the muscle, really. I mean, it's gonna happen depending on, you know, if you worked out before or not. But I think it's very, very imperative if you have a well-balanced diet at this time. No low carb, no low fat, no low protein, whatever. I think this is the time you need a well-balanced diet to kind of counteract that stress that your body is going through. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just feel like we try to, not we, but you guys, you try to, I mean, because like I said before, we're trying to maintain that look, that skinny, slim look, going back to body positivity. and because of how we're raised and the pressures of being young, and told that you're supposed to look this certain type of way, and we're not eating enough. And I think not eating enough, you're stressing your body with that, and then you stress your body with, because it's natural, you're going to go through that change. So there's two stresses your body is juggling at once. Let's just eliminate that first one and just focus on that one stress of your body changing, accepting it, of course, and realizing what's going on. This is a beautiful part of life. Is a turning point or whatever, but just accept it, and just kind of, just let it happen. But just do what you can control, focus on what you can control, and eating a well balanced diet, exercise, and hydration, because probably have the sweats or whatever, creating like a good atmosphere for when you sleep, okay, and watching the extra stress too. You can go doing more self-care, those kind of things, not beating yourself up and not letting other people affect you. Okay. Maybe going to therapy to kind of just not because like your mood swings or you're going crazy. No. I just need to like let everything out. I don't want no stress in my life. I got a lot of crap going on right now because my body's changing. I don't want to add to it. You know. I just that's my opinion. I just feel like, you know, women just need to just focus on balance, homeostasis, just chilling right there. When you get to that point, when you realize you're going through the menopause, you should definitely just take it easy. Yeah. So I mean, it's that's it. What I really have to say for that when it comes to with menopause and everything. And like I said, it's just not like, okay, it's over with. My life is over, or I don't know what people might say. I don't know. Maybe somebody could fill me in. What they feel when they go into menopause. Besides the hot flashes and all kind of stuff. Oh my God, if I feel like I'm burning inside or whatever. But like, how do you feel? Like, do you think that this is like a turning point in your life or what have you? You know what I'm saying? I know this perimenopause. I'm talking about like menopause, people with menopause. Okay, but there's, like I said, though, real quick though, before we go to the next topic though, make sure that when you hit menopause though, why I'm saying to try to add muscle and all kind of stuff, and well balanced diet, yes, but like when I talk about protein and adding muscle is very, very important, because once you hit that menopause, that's when bone health is a concern, heart health is a concern. There's a lot of things that's a concern. All right. And remember, muscle health is very, very important, because if you have good muscle health, you have good bone health. Okay, and that's also what translate into heart health as well, in my opinion. Remember, you have your bones, they grow and they thicken because of the amount of tension you pull on them by the muscle. So the more strength training that you do is the more pulling that's going to happen on the bones. And then, of course, you have to have calcium, you have to have vitamin D, of course, because you need that substance to build the bones. You can't just keep strength training and then expect, oh, my bones and my muscles are going to get stronger. If you don't have the materials to build those strong muscles and strong bones, you're just kind of wasting your time. Okay, so make sure there's a same balanced diet, nutritious diet, having your calcium tablets if you need to take calcium tablets or vitamin D supplements or whatever the case may be. When your muscles are pulling against the bone, that's when the bones get stronger. And of course, your muscles get stronger because you're resisting exercise. You're pulling them, you're tearing them down, you're going to build them up. But like I said, you need those substances, protein, you need the calcium to build the bones, and the vitamin D to build the bones. But so we're very clear with that. Okay, so it's like I said, balance everything out. It's just a beginning. Okay, it's a new chapter when you go through menopause, in my opinion. But I really think that balanced diet is very, very important. Having a balanced diet and everything just, even kilter, or whatever they say. All right, so make sure. Let me see if there's any questions. My mom struggled shoot, hold on, let me go on the top. Tree to my car. What she say? Hold on. Go ahead. If they melt, I can't eat them. Yeah, if they melt, yeah, you're definitely right. Okay, Rishi. I thought I was the only one. Oh my god. Kim, all right, so next time you come to train, I have to make sure I check your car. Okay, yes, we have all the changes. Okay. My mom struggled mentally through menopause. Yeah, it's one of the things that I noticed too, but all the research when I saw, yeah, there is something, I don't know what mentally were you talking about, but I know for sure it it can affect your memory loss and stuff like that when it comes to going through menopause. That's what I'm saying. You guys go through a lot. You guys go through so much. It is so freaking ridiculous, you know. And it's I don't know. But thank you for what you guys do. It definitely can affect mental health. The hormonal changes are wild. Yes. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, thanks for sharing that, Kim. I really appreciate that. Man, yeah, like I said, you guys go through a lot and it's insane. Thank you for so much. Thank you for your service. I like doing this because I'm learning so much more when I do my research and looking all this information up. And I understood it's hard to be a woman. It's extremely hard to be a woman. A minority woman, especially if you're a minority woman, it's definitely gonna be hard. It's like a double negative, I guess. But you guys are pushing through, and I really admire you guys for doing that. But it's some of the stuff is just really ridiculous, man. My gosh, it's like the BS. I mean, being raised by my mom, and for the most part, my sister too as well. And I've seen the stuff that happens. I've seen the stress, how stress can, hair falling out. The first person I ever knew that stress can make your hair fall out is my sister. She was young. She was young. Teenager. And that's the first time I ever knew, wow, stress is a son of a bitch, for it to do that. Oh, man. Okay, so let's talk. I think we have two more topics. Yeah, two more topics. Sorry. Yeah, we have two more topics. So let's talk about. So I want to talk about muscle tightness. The difference between muscle tightness and muscle and like strong muscles and muscle tightness. Because I have a lot of people that come in and they say, you know what, Shane, my legs are pretty strong, and they usually hit their legs, they pound on their legs or whatever. I just want to get my arms stronger, Shane. I just really want to get my arms stronger. And I say, yeah, that's fine. But their legs aren't strong. Their legs are just extremely tight, because of the fact they're sitting down for a long period of time. So there's no great big speech after a long amounts of notes I have to go through with this. It's pretty much plain and simple. When it comes to strong muscles and tight muscles, I mean, it also can happen with tight muscles. So pretty much tight muscles are muscles that have a limited amount of give or whatever, or not able to stretch to the full extent of, like, so you can't touch your toes because probably your hamstrings are tight, your calves are tight. Okay, that just means that your muscles are really are just tight, or really could even be spasming or close to, I say close to tearing. I don't want to say that, but because I say you're sitting on you're sitting in a chair for a long period of time, believe it or not, your muscles from your hip bone all the way to your knee is to a certain extent contracting. Okay, so that's what sometimes people think it's very strong or whatever, or maybe the muscles are thicker than normal, even though they haven't worked out in years or whatever. But it hasn't been really challenged and pushed to the point where they're lifting a certain amount of weight or anything. They're not really doing much, but it's just that the muscles are just feel firm, I should say. That's the best way to explain it. But it's not strong. Okay, so understand there's a difference. Because, like I said, I just brought up this topic because I've seen so many people say that to me. Shane, my legs are stronger than my arms, and I'm just trying to get my arms straight, but they're not. It's just they feel like they are, and it's great. But then, I have them do a squat or something like that, or I have them maybe do 10 squats there. One, stuck in wind, or two, they're starting to, like, the legs are feeling wobbly. So why I want to talk about this, understand the importance of stretching. If you're sitting behind a desk for a long period of time, is make sure you stretch. If you're standing for a long period of time, make sure you stretch. If it's two extremes, either sitting down for a long period of time or standing for a long period of time, you have to stretch. If you're standing for a long period of time, stretch out your calves, especially your calves. Okay. If you're sitting down for a long period of time, you want to stretch out your hips, you want to stretch out your quads and your hamstrings. Okay, so it's a lot more to stretch out because you're sitting down, but it's very, very important, and understand the difference. If you're not strength training, unless you have some type of, there's some people that, I'm not gonna lie, they can be strong and they don't work out. They work out for once a week, or maybe don't work out for months, but they still have that strength or whatever. You could be strong, that's fine. But at the end of the day, as we get older, we have to make sure we stretch out our muscles out, because muscles, when they're tight, they're not going to be able to function properly. And most muscles that are tight causes pains and aches and all these different kind of things. These clicking and clacking. I call a couple of my clients, I call them Rice Krispies, because every time they squat, there's that crackling going on in the knees, or something. You know what I'm saying? So it's very, very important that you remember that there's a balance. There is a balance. You create that balance. You want to work the muscle out. You want to work the muscle out, and want to stretch that muscle. And some people are fortunate to get away with it. I mean, there's other options like using a hypervolt gun, that vibrating gun. That's an option instead of stretching. That's fine. I personally like stretching. I use that in a combination of stretching as well. Or you can use like heat, because heat's gonna kind of relax the muscle. If you're just sitting there, it's gonna relax the muscles. Okay, like you go in a sauna or whatever. Some people just do that. I prefer stretching. I just prefer stretching. It's like, for me, because it's the opposite of stretch of contracting the muscle. You're stretching out the muscle. Like when you do a deadlift, you work in the hamstring and the glutes. But if you try to bend down, touch your toes, you're stretching it. It's like you just want to have balance. And understand there's a difference, and you want to make sure that you exert you work your muscles, of course, but you want to make sure that you strengthen your muscle, because a lot of times we can have proper problems with our posture, and it can lead to other things, and other issues like mechanical issues. Like I said, crackling of the knees can turn into, oh my god, I have to get a knee replacement. Certain things can happen. So make sure that you're stretching your body out. Do not skip or stretch. Please do not skip your stretching. Make sure you have enough time. Okay, no questions about that one. Okay, so maybe, any questions about anything? Because we're on the last topic. Well, I'm really, I don't know, going through this really, really fast. But I think I hit on everything I needed to hit on. Okay. All right. So let me just double check. Any question? No. Already comments. All right. So the last one is gonna be hard gainers. Hard gainers. Some of us aren't like that. Some of us don't have the problem of putting on weight at all. But I actually had a client that just started with me a couple weeks ago, and he's he, in his case, he's a hard gainer. And I have worked with women, of course. There are women, of course, that are hard gainers, and I have worked with a few of them too. And the common thing is always, the workouts are not there. They're not working out enough. That's absolutely right. The one main thing they're not doing is eating enough. And they might say, oh, I can't eat that because I'm full, or I'm stuffed already, or whatever. So your body does something that's amazing, and it adapts. So your stomach can stretch and not re-stretch. What is it? Get smaller. You know what I'm saying? It's like get bigger and go smaller, whatever. So if you're eating, I'm exaggerating, a few sheets of lettuce every meal, your body's just gonna get used to like being like a golf ball all the damn time. But if you're eating a balanced diet and protein, carbs, fats, and everything or what have you, it's gonna get to, let's say, a melon. I'm happy whatever, or not say a melon. Well, not a watermelon, like a honeydew melon. What it called? Yeah, honeydew melon. A little bit bigger than a golf ball, golf ball. So that's what happens. Most of the time with these hard gainers, they have the tendency of not eating enough. Then they don't work out enough to build up the appetite or what have you. And it's just a matter of, honestly, just exercising more. Sometimes, people are naturally lean, like I was saying, those people that are naturally strong, but some people have a naturally fast metabolism. So you just got to eat more. That's really when it comes down to it. And it's something that I'm really trying to impart on people. You're trying to build something. Like I said, with the bones, when we talked about the menopause, you're trying to build strong bones. You're trying to build big muscles, not big muscles like Arnold, but trying to build muscle. You cannot create material out of thin air. No one's Houdini. You need something to build something. You need calcium and vitamin D to build bones. You need protein and amino acids, whatever, and protein to build muscle. And it's like, if you're working out, there are some people that are hard gainers, but they keep working out. Some majority of the time they just give up because they're not gaining any weight. But it just all comes down to your diet. Are you eating enough? And if you realize that, oh man, I have a fast metabolism, okay, you probably have to eat a lot more. a lot more than what, some people might be saying to eat, and it's a curse. I guess you could say it's a curse, but you have to do that. You have to eat more because you're trying to build something out of nothing is not going to work. You're just wasting your time, what you can say, spinning your wheels, if you will. So that's why it's important. And, like I said, there's tons of people that suffer from this. A lot of people that don't suffer from it. Oh, I wish I suffered from that. I mean, I'm one of them. I wish I suffered from that problem. Most of the time it's us when you're younger, when we're kids, like we have a fast metabolism. We can kind of eat whatever we want. But then reality sinks in. Get older, you stop moving. You take a desk job, office job, whatever, and then the weight starts coming on. Okay, but anyway, we need to make sure we remember that. For those out there that are really hard gainers, you really have to just look at everything. Sit down and look at everything. Am I eating enough? And also, like I said, you want to gradually start eating more. Don't go from eating 2 strips of lettuce or whatever every meal to like a big old rotisserie chicken, every meal. I'm exaggerating, but you know what I'm saying. Gradually start eating more food every meal, stretching out your stomach, to get to a point where, like, maybe I will recommend, of course, getting your numbers down, get your macros down or whatever, but slowly build on that. And if your weight doesn't increase by then, you probably need to eat some more, believe it or not. Maybe according to some numbers, it might be 2,000 calories. But after you eat 2,000 calories, okay, the weight's not going up. Maybe it needs to be 4,000 calories. I mean, I'm not, maybe 3,000, whatever. But then you probably just keep slowly increase it until you find what makes sense to you when you're seeing the results of your body gaining weight. Gradually, okay, gradually do it. Because God forbid you eat so much you throw up. And then you just say, to hell with this, I'm not going to do this anymore, Anyway, guys, I pretty much got hit on everything. I wish, yes. I know, I wish to. Trust me, I wish. But yeah, most of us aren't that fortunate to have that problem. But remember, those people are gonna have other problems themselves. They might have problems of you know, maybe hormone issues. Because either, like I said, if you don't eat enough, certain things start to happen. Hormonal imbalances, other health, wellness stuff. Health issues start occurring. Menstrual cycle issues. A lot of stuff can happen. So don't. It's not like it goes back to the body positivity. They might look a certain way. But in reality, inside, something else is going on. Probably it's probably not gonna hit them now, but it probably eventually hit them eventually. Yeah. So yeah. Wow. 53. I think I did it. Okay. Wow. 5 topics, pretty much in 1 hour. I'm proud of myself. But any questions? Like I said, though, guys, from in the beginning, we're not gonna have another live stream until July 22nd. Of course, I'm still gonna put stuff in the I post stuff. Of course, I'm not gonna stop posting stuff, of course. But I just wanted to I mean, I'm be honest, full transparency. Like, today was a beautiful damn day. It was a beautiful damn day, and I wish I could like took my son out and enjoy it or whatever, but I couldn't. I mean, it's fine, but I just want to make sure that I do have the opportunity, because I always remember this one thing with I'll never forget this post. You only get 18 summers with your kids, only 18. So I want to make sure, I get as much, enjoy as much of it as I can. But yeah, but I still want to help everybody the best that I can too. So that's why I'm gonna, like I said, I'm still gonna reply to messages. I'm still gonna, talk to you guys or whatever. And I'm still gonna post stuff. I remember it's, I have those alcohol every Friday at 5 o'clock. I'm gonna have a drink, a low calorie drink. Post a recipe and everything. So keep an eye out for that. Yeah, like a summer thing. So I'm trying, guys. I'm trying my best to like do what I can to make this really. Any challenges for summer? Shushina, that's a good idea. My God. Okay, let me. I'm just gonna be tough. It could be a step challenge again, because like it's good to get outside, but last week was crazy, man. And actually, when I ran, I was able to run outside. It was 8 in the morning on last Thursday. My not legitimately, my heart was bothering me the entire time I was running. And it wasn't like, what the hell's going, like, I pushed through it. I did 6 miles. I mean, it wasn't wise. My legs felt like lead. I don't run. And that was like my first run in like months, or probably a year. But I ran, and I just felt it weird. It is my chest, my heart just felt weird. But then I realized that it's the air quality is bad outside, so that's the reason why. Shane has to do 3 million steps by 4th of July. Oh my God, that guy's trying to kill me. In my head, that's crazy. Yeah, it was crazy hot. Yeah, it could have been the heat for sure. But I don't know. From what I understand, the air quality is bad because of they said it's like more like self-doing. It was windy. It's like more like because of the cars and everything, or something like that. That's why the air quality is bad. But I don't know, guys. I mean, the only challenge I can think of right now is just try to enjoy it. I don't know. I feel like just wearing pajamas. See what these kids are doing. I don't understand that. I'm going on a rant right now because I don't get it. They wear like t-shirts and pajamas, PJs. I don't get it. PJ bottoms or pajama bottoms. I don't get it. And it's like, it's not like they're going, okay, I'm gonna go get like a breakfast sandwich or whatever in the morning or something, get some food and come back. Just go pick it up. No, they're going everywhere with these damn pajama bottoms. School, everywhere. To the mall. My God, I don't get it. I guess I'm too old. Too old to understand. I'm not hip enough. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. It's fancy pajamas. Okay. Yeah, they probably no, but they probably are. They're probably marketing it, and then they're probably like $100 for one damn pajama bottoms. Knowing how retail is. Jeez. Well, anyway, ladies, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys learned something today. Okay? All right. Have a good one. Take care. Are you ready to transform your health and wellness journey? At Condappa Strength, I'm committed to helping you achieve your goals through my 3 pillars for results. First, I educate, equipping you with essential knowledge to understand your body and its needs. Then I execute a tailored plan, ensuring every step is personalized to your unique lifestyle. Finally, I encourage, providing accountability and support every step of the way. Get ready to unlock your full potential and thrive in every aspect of your life. Visit me today and let's embark on this journey together. Check me out at condappastrength.com.